Hi, welcome to An Cala's journey. We are Lisl and Andy, and we're sailing around the world from New Zealand on our 36-foot ketch, An Cala. In this episode, we explore the city of Galle, then go on a trip with sailing friends inland to see what Sri Lanka has to offer. An Cala was tied stern to the wall in Galle Harbour, and we spent a couple of days exploring the area and making sure An Cala was safe and secure before departing on our journey around Sri Lanka. We visited Fort Galle, a fortified city and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, built by the Portuguese in 1588 and expanded by the Dutch in the 17th century. We wandered along the ramparts, enjoying the beautiful ocean views and the historical buildings. We travelled to beautiful Ella, high up in the mountains, with our sailing friends on graceful lake. One of the best ways to travel around Sri Lanka is by train. We wanted to hike to Ella Rock, so we caught a train to the next station and then hiked up to the top through the tea plantations. Walking through the tea plantation. Heading back to Ella along the train tracks. We walked along the railway track to the iconic 9-arch bridge, built in 1921 and known as the Bridge in the Sky. Below the bridge was a tea plantation, and we enjoyed watching the workers pick the tea leaves. The bridge was built during the British colonial period, entirely from stone, brick and cement, without steel, and spans 91 meters. It was cool watching the train go over the bridge. We hiked up Little Adams Peak to enjoy the panoramic views of the mountains surrounding Ella. From Ella, we caught the Scenic train to Ambewela in the second-class carriages and enjoyed views of the mountains, tea plantations, and countryside. We passed villages and went through countless tunnels and over high bridges. We got off the train at Ambewela station and travelled by van down the mountain, through villages and past countless tea plantations to Kandy. We walk past Kandy Lake to the Kandy Cultural Centre to watch the Sri Lankan cultural dances, including fire walking and fire eating. After the dances, we visited the temple of the sacred tooth relic, also on the shores of Lake Kandy, and located in the royal palace complex of the former kingdom of Kandy. According to legend, the tooth was taken from Lord Buddha's funeral pyre and brought to Sri Lanka. The temple holds great historical and religious significance, and worshippers come from all over to visit and pray at the temple. After a traditional meal of egg hoppers, kottu and curry, the next day we travelled to Dambulla. Our lovely host from Dambulla took us by tuk-tuk to Sigiriya or Lion Rock. A croc having a nap, or actually kind of big croc. Sigiriya is a 5th century ancient rock fortress and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built by King Kashiyapa, this fortress is considered the 8th wonder of the world. However, on the day that we went, it was Independence Day and there were long queues. So instead, we opted to go to Sigiriya Rock, which is a more budget-friendly and quieter option. There were beautiful views from the top of the rock of Sigiriya. At sunset, we climbed up to Dambulla Cave Temple, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. The country has so many of them. Dambulla Cave Temple is the largest and best preserved cave temple complex, featuring 5 main caves filled with 153 Buddha statues, ancient murals, 3 statues of Sri Lankan kings, and 4 statues of gods and goddesses, including Vishnu and Ganesh. This was such a special place to me, and I could really feel the ancient history and culture. The Dambulla Cave Temple is a major active Buddhist pilgrimage site in Sri Lanka, having served as a sacred living monastery for over 22 centuries. Devotees frequently visit the caves to place offerings. After the sun had set, we walked back down the hill to have a look at the massive and incredible 30-meter giant golden Buddha statue. After a delicious traditional Sri Lankan breakfast, our host took us to the train station by tuk-tuk, and we saw elephants by the side of the road. From Habarana station, we caught the train to Colombo, a 6-hour scenic train ride, which started with the carriages relatively empty, but by the time we got there, it was crammed with people. After arriving in Colombo, we went sightseeing. Colombo is the commercial capital and largest city of Sri Lanka. It has a blend of rich colonial history with modern high-rise buildings. Our first stop was to browse around Peta Market, a bustling, chaotic and historic open-air market in the heart of Colombo. We strolled by the Jami al-Alfara Mosque, famously known as the Red Mosque, a striking candy-striped landmark built in 1908, featuring red and white bricks, onion-shaped domes, and intricate, colourful patterns. We walked through the old fort area, admiring the stunning old colonial buildings, including the old Dutch hospital and the old lighthouse clock tower. We walked along Galle Face Green and saw all the food stalls with yummy traditional food, and saw the iconic Lotus Tower in the distance, and visited Gangaramaya Temple, a 19th century Buddhist temple renowned for its eclectic architecture, blending Sri Lankan, Thai, Indian and Chinese styles. Worshippers sometimes line up for hours to visit the temple. After our walking tour of Colombo, it was time to catch the train back to Galle and to prepare An Cala to sail to the Maldives. Thanks so much for watching An Cala's journey. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. To follow our adventures, please subscribe to An Cala's journey. See you next time.